good evening, or should I say good afternoon? It's almost time for my wife to get in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook her a little supper. Welcome to another edition of Poppy's Kitchen. Hey, proud to be here today. Hope everybody's doing well. Doggone hair just sticking up like crazy. Heard there was some bad weather down south. I'm sorry to hear it down in Pensacola and Panama City. Hope everybody's all right. I've tried to make a few phone calls to some family members down there, but no answers. So we'll just keep trying. But anyway, got some great news. I have a gift from a couple who subscribes to my channel, Poppy's Kitchen, and they sent me this. Ready? How about that, man? Moving on up. Every day is a burrito day. I like that. I want to thank Gerald and Susie for that. Y'all are been probably some of my best followers. Thank you so very much for that. Also got another gift from a different couple, and I'll get that up for you here shortly. Yeah, but this comes in handy because I'm fixing to cook some chicken piccata for my wife. Like I said, she doesn't know it, but I want to go ahead and fix her something that she loves and enjoys. So y'all be with me, stay with me, and we'll get cooking here in just a second, okay? All right, thanks for sticking with me. I've taken and I'm using some chicken thighs or chicken tenders. They're and normally you would make it out of chicken breast, but I'm just using this. I took and I filleted them, so I could thin them out a little bit. And always remember, when handling chicken, always wash your hands and make sure that that everything's good. Give me a second, please. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some flour in a paper plate, and I'm going to put some salt, some seasoning. I'm just going to season it up. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Then I'm going to lightly dredge these pieces of chicken. And remember, all it's doing is just keeping the grease. We're not trying to thicken the chicken. We're just trying to add a base on it is all we're doing. I butterflied them, so some of them I didn't cut clearly. Sorry about that. We'll set these off to the side. These are some quick and easy, simple meals that you can make. It takes about 20 minutes worth of prep time and about 20 minutes worth of cooking. But you'll have yourself a nice savory meal at the end of the day. And I know my wife, after she's worked hard, really appreciates it. We'll ask her when she gets in. I guess anytime that she doesn't have to cook is a good time for her. Which, guys out there, I know that there's a lot more men now than there was when I was growing up that loved to cook. And I have got to give you kudos for learning. I know my mom didn't officially show me or teach me how to cook, but she showed me in a sense, because I watched her. And it was interesting when she was cooking, because she was going so fast. You had to, and that's a sign of a professional, incidentally, when they can haul through that, because you have to remember she had 15 kids to feed. Now, she wasn't feeding all 15 kids at the same time or at any given time. It was just they were responsible for 15 children at one point in time. Now, there was an age difference in there, so there was a lot of them that had left home by the time I was born. I'm number 14 of 15, so that's a huge difference. Now we're going to take and push that to the side. Wash my hands right quick. Then, if you will, give me a second. I'm going to clean off my cutting board. I know it's a little dark, and the reason I turned this light off, as you can see, it puts off a glare. Listen, I'm not sponsored by these guys at any point in time as of now, but there is a knife. It's called a core kitchen knife. My wife went out and bought this set of knives. Core kitchen knives, you can see right there. Like I said, they don't sponsor me. I'm just simply telling you that as far as sharp knives and products are concerned, very impressed with these guys. Very, very impressed with them. She bought a whole different set or a set of different knives, and very impressed with them. Hang on just a second. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. I turned the one in the far distance on. Anyway, we're making chicken piccata. I've already dredged the chicken. I dredged the chicken in some flour, and I also seasoned it with salt and pepper. All right, now we're going to turn our stove onto about a medium heat. Electric stoves cook differently than gas stoves do. I've learned that. I love a gas stove, but it's always okay. Here we're going to put in a little extra virgin olive oil. Coat the bottom of the pan. There you go. And we're going to take 2 pats of butter. 2 thick pats of butter. My hands are clean, guys. I stayed after the fact, huh? And the reason we use extra virgin olive oil is it's easy to cook with, and it as long as you use it like on a medium heat, you're pretty good. What'll happen is once the butter starts melting, it'll start smoking just a little bit, and you want to catch it before it smokes, and that'll be perfectly good to cook with, or at the right temperature. All right, let's give it a few more minutes. And we've got a couple more paper plates. I tell you, man, I'm very excited about my Poppy's kitchen. Every day is a burrito day. I like that. The reason I started using that was because the folks used to come over and we'd throw a little soiree and I'd barbecue and do all kinds of good stuff, and then folks would stick around. When they stuck around, I got thinking, I said, well, they're probably hungry, so I would start cooking. I would start cooking again, and and so I would make burritos with the leftovers. As you can tell, it was quite a day. Usually it's a long time into the day anyway. All right, give me a second. I'm going to get some capers ready. I've got some capers ready. I've got the butter and olive oil already mixed up. This is good. Starting to smoke a little bit. Let's cut it back. we'll stick our chicken in here. And once again, people normally use breasts, but I'm using the thighs. I had some that thawed out, and I had to do something with them. I get to thinking about cooking and the things I like about it. I guess it relaxes me. I guess it's the cleanup and that part that really gets to me. But you know, to see the smile on someone's face when you've created something from literally nothing, and they like it, that's such a great compliment. Okay, let me wash my hands right quick. We still got our Christmas towel on the oven. If anybody's got any ideas as to how to clean these electric stove tops, I'd appreciate it. I use a lot of different ideas, and they just it's hard to get it to come completely clean. Matter of fact, ever since I've owned it, I've struggled with cleaning it. That looks good. Anyway, what I've done is I've taken some capers and I've taken them out of the juice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cup of broth in here, chicken broth. And then I'm going to put some, I know you're not supposed to do this, but I'm limited on the amount of fresh lemon that I have. So I'm using an alternate source that you just witnessed. I like it because it's twangy. Another thing too on this chicken breast, with that flour on it, when you go to cooking it, of course it creates a barrier between the meat and the oil, but it also thickens up the olive oil. So when you go to making your sauce, it helps it along greatly. Trying to squeeze some of these lemon slices in there because that's all I've got. Not get the seed in it. Do this with one hand. Chicken's smelling really, really good. Take a look at it. Oh yeah. There you go. Chicken's starting to get some color to it. So I've added some of the capers to it. Well, you can just smell the smell that's coming out. Woo! Look at that beautiful color. Wish you guys are here so I could feed y'all. Put a little bit more black pepper on here. And once again, you can see the light smoke coming off of it, which is perfect. I've got this real cool device that tells me what location my wife's at. So what that does for me is I can have the dish ready and hot when she gets in. When she walks through the door, so she's not too far away now. I want to once again thank you for spending some time with me, with my Poppy's Kitchen channel, and just spending time with me, period. So, well, I can tell you that the very first person that invents smell-o-vision, they're going to be a wealthy, wealthy person. I'm using some skinny spaghetti noodles. That's all I've got to set the chicken cut on top of. If anybody's got any questions or want to leave comments, I'd appreciate it. Little interaction never hurt nobody. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chicken off out of the plate. Now remember that this chicken is done, I can tell you that now, but it doesn't have to be done through and through because you still have some cooking to do to let it simmer in the juices. All I'm doing is pulling the chicken out so that I can make my own little sauce. And then got a cup of chicken broth. Now I'm going to use a couple more pats of butter to really thicken it up. If you'll notice, I've got the capers in there. I left the capers in the sauce, but here in a few minutes, whenever I get ready to plate it, I'm actually going to take some fresh capers and put on it too, so that you'll get that briny taste off those capers. So keep mixing this and mixing it until the butter dissolves. Scrape the bottom of the pan to make sure that we get all that good off of it. Nice buttery tart flavor. All the chicken jump in there. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Keep in mind, we're going to cook it till let the sauce thicken up. If it don't thicken up, the flour that was on the chicken will help thicken it up. And it will thicken up, I promise. We'll cut the flame back just a little bit. I've got the noodles over here cooking. I didn't put no salt in these noodles, and the reason why, I think that capers is going to add some salt to it. So, and normally what I do is I break up the spaghetti noodles and I break them in half, and I know that's sacrilege, but the reason I do that is to fit it in that pan. Give me a second. It's got a good, beautiful aroma to it. Oh man, excellent, if I may say so myself, which I'm going to have to because there ain't nobody else here. My phone's fixing to go dead, so we'll let it cook down. I'll show it to you plated, okay? Sheila should be walking through the door in a minute now. All right, guys. I've got it done. Let me clean the plate up a little bit. Anyway, be prepared to be amazed. Shocked even. Look at that, would you? Chicken piccata with capers and lemon juice. Wow. Well, Sheila just walked through the door. And she's ready to eat. So as soon as she fixes her plate, we'll ask the blessing, and then we'll eat. Folks, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me. Enjoy your meals. Enjoy cooking them. Enjoy spending time with family. And remember, there's somebody in Alabama that loves you. Stay warm, and hopefully this weather won't get too bad. Love you guys.